everybody. This is Lillian Leung. Thank you for tuning in. We thank Byron and Ruth for their help with our first two interviews. This interview is based on what we believe are questions that may be on your mind that were not addressed before. As you may know, these past 3 years have been the most stressful and craziest ones that our family has ever experienced. But God has showed us his faithfulness in amazing ways. In fact, we are a whole lot better off in many ways than we were 3 years ago, in spite of Tim's stroke. So stay tuned for an inside look into Tim's recovery. As your wife, I've seen how much you struggled coming back from the stroke. We've all struggled as a family. From outward appearances, you look great. Some people may even think you are 100% recovered. What would you say about that?
Well, first of all, it's great to hear your wife say that you look great. And I'm thankful for that. That's a tough question to answer. I try to keep a stiff upper lip, so to speak. And quite frankly, there are times in a day, during the day, that I feel pretty good. I try to come across peppy and joyful, but no, I would say I'm not 100%. I'm kind of disappointed in that. I thought I'd be 100%. I wanted to be 100%. Since the beginning, I've been praying for miraculous recovery. It's been to date, what is it, honey, about 2.5 years?
Not quite 2.5 years.
Not quite 2.5 years. And I really thought God would accelerate the process and I'd be doing concerts and singing and preaching and whatnot, first year. But I don't want to appear ungrateful. I'm very thankful for how far I've come. I came home in a wheelchair. I remember trying to stand up to get over the threshold of our doorway. And I remember thinking, oh man, I need to get my buddies or my brother to make me a ramp. We had a hard time. How are we going to get the wheelchair in and out of the doorway? And so I thought, oh man, I might need a ramp. Or I love to cook. They said, continue to pursue the things you did before. And so one therapist told me to get an adaptive cutting board, which looks like a terrible instrument of torture. But I'm thankful. I'm thankful that I can walk now without a wheelchair. I can talk a lot better. I do feel that especially when I get tired, I have a little bit of an accent, almost a southern drawl. I joke and I tell people, oh, after the stroke, I kind of talk like Forrest Gump. And so, but I'm thankful. Hey, I can think, I can talk, I can walk, I can do many things. My left hand is actually coming back, slowly, very slowly.
Yes, I know. I've seen you improve a lot. There are many things that you weren't able to do before, and now you're able to do so much more. You can even drive now, and that's wonderful. You help out with the shopping. You do a lot of things around the house, and you take care of our little girl. So how exactly do you not feel 100%? Could you kind of explain to our friends?
Oh yeah, honey, that's a good question. I can't, let's say, play piano. I love to play the piano. That was part of what I did, part of my job, and I miss that. I can't talk as fast as I used to. People say, oh, you sound normal. I used to talk very fast, and I used to pride myself, oh, I can cram a 45-minute sermon in under 20 minutes. I can't sing. I often tell people when I sing, I sound like a stuck pig, I sound like some animal being tortured. I love to go fishing per se. So right now I can't go fishing by myself. I can't hit a bucket of balls. I used to love to go out to the driving range and see if I can hit the 300-yard mark. And I can't do that. The biggest thing probably that I miss is roughhousing with the kids. Um, our boy Micah loves what he calls a tickle fight, and I can't do that. Um, I love to put my kids up on my shoulders, as any dad does, um, and I miss that. I miss that terribly. So I would love it, if God would return that to me. And it's a time sensitive request because my kids are getting bigger, and soon they'll be too big. I can't imagine them being 15 and asking daddy for a piggyback ride. So I would love it if God could heal me while they're still small and I could be their hero.
Do you still experience fatigue or pain or anything like that?
Well, it is better than it was before. I had tremendous pain, um, all in my left side. Praise God, a lot of that pain has diminished. Um, but yes, sometimes I do have pretty intense body aches and pains and soreness. One of the curious things that has happened that, of course, my wife knows is that I've developed arthritis and much pain and soreness on my right side, probably because of overuse. If your left side is out of commission, your right side has to do everything. One time, some nice old lady, elderly lady in the church asked me, "Oh, how do you make sticky rice?" We made sticky, remember, honey, we made sticky rice for the elderly Sunday school class. And the lady said, how do you make sticky rice, with your stroke? And I said, one handed. I'm a one handed chef. And remember in the early days, we borrowed a bar stool from my mom, and that's how I cooked. I set up a high stool by the stove, and you helped me, Gabriella helped me, and I did everything one handed. And so yes, I would love to be free from aches and pains, sleeping problems. Sometimes I still have a lot of sleeping problems. Um, you know, in all honesty, I have bathroom problems. Having a stroke kind of makes it difficult to have you know a pleasant bathroom experience. I don't want to go into detail, but and every night, of course, early mornings and late at nights are terrible. I have this oppressive fatigue that is so intense. I've never experienced any fatigue like it before the stroke. It's deep. It goes deep into your bones, and you just sometimes you want to die. It's overwhelming.